Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I'm gonna be honest. This episode, in a sense, was kind of a struggle to get through. Just full disclosure, I've never cared about the nurses' ball ever. Anything that involved nurses' ball, I generally give two shits about. If we're gonna be honest, but I will say this, okay? And I'm probably gonna be working my way backwards because this was literally probably the best part in this whole episode. If you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Willow comes in pretty much like Cinderella, right? Sees Drew and everyone's like kind of stunned and shocked and everything. They're all in an They have this all look. And don't be wrong, Willow's pretty, okay? She knows how to put herself together, okay? And this whole epic romance thing with her and Drew, them kissing for the cameras and stuff like that. Now, this plays like a very bad, in a sense, this kind of like part of the segment plays like a very bad Hollywood access sort of thing. Like, I don't know, it just seems very cringe. But while that's going on, see somebody, well, you see somebody on a private plane, right? You don't see a face or anything like that, just somebody who's like dressed up, right? It's kind of giving me this whole James Bond vibe. He's watching this whole thing play out, and he sees both of them kissing, and she's all like, "Oh, I can't wait to sit there and raise my family with him and everything." And I'm just like, "Ugh." But you don't see his face. But the thing that was really interesting about this scene is that you can feel this person's energy. You can see this person's energy. You can feel this person's energy. It's like it's mad and angry, but calm, cool, and collective at the same time. Now, see, if they do this right, because again, I don't really give a shit about the nurses' board or the performances. I don't care. But if this is Michael coming back, I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually pretty hyped for it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really hyped for it. Because let's be honest, when Chad Duell left, you know, they had to change the trajectory of the story. And I've been enjoying the story so far, right? Especially the whole firebombing thing or whatever, and just all of that. His exit was amazing, right? Like, some people sat there and they complained, "Oh my God, it's too much." We need some epic stories, okay? Lord knows the ratings. They need some like life support on this show, so that was very epic to me. It was so boring if he just would have left. Just left. Like, it just would have been boring. Come on. Like, this isn't Young and the Restless. And by the way, I've been enjoying Young and the Restless. So no digs at them, but if you know what I'm saying, like he comes back, he's on a private jet. This man looks like he's on a man on a mission. And I am here for it. Right? I swear, I think that was probably among the only things that I was actually genuinely hyped for. I can't even say excited, just hyped for. And unfortunately, everything else starts to just go down. So downhill. I was questioning even if I should even bother to do a review. Because the minute that they showed, like, oh, it's going to do the whole thing, I was like, And I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer that was last time when this whole thing started, so I was questioning myself. I'm so glad that Alexis was telling overly emotional it almost seemed like she was having this temper tantrum with Christina. Now Christina came in, saw Rick, started calling him a bunch of names or whatever, and Rick was like, you need to be careful being on that high horse. And he left, and Alexa, you need to sit there and kind of chill now. You need to kind of just chill. We want to keep the peace. Then she gets all stupid. Don't tell me what to do. If I want to sit there and control my emotions, don't try to control me. Just really over the top and super obnoxious. You could tell that Mom Dukes was just losing patience with her. And she finally was like, listen, you need me to protect you, okay? Because they know that you tried to cut the brakes. And we could practically both go down for this. So you need to sit there and chill out. And then that's when she wakes up, she's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you finally went from. The problem with the way she's acting is that if this was Lexi acting like this, because Lexi is, you can kind of see she's still a little more younger. And she can still play that, like, maybe 18, 19 or girl. Girl, you like 27 at best, 30. And you acting like you're 17. And I think that's what made that scene so frustrating to watch. Um, but yeah, now she knows that they know what her ass did, right? I don't know what to say about the rest of this episode because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of didn't really care for it at all, like none of it. But that goofy ass red carpet crap. Everyone's not there taking pot shots at Drew and Nina's not there sniping back and forth. I didn't give two shits about that. Oh, and it's very clear that they're setting Cody and Molly up. Every time she kept trying to dismiss a rumor that they're dating, he just kept shutting down. Like, hey, he would come up with some sort of joke or some sort of flirtatious line or whatever. And finally, Molly's just like, screw it. So you know what they're gonna sit there and do. Oh, they didn't even sit there and talk about TJ anymore. TJ who? Hmm? Who that? I mean, I swear they sit there and act like it's the movie Forgotten, where it's like we're not gonna act like TJ don't exist in this universe. Um, if you haven't watched that movie, watch it. I mean, there's one part in it that I shouldn't have to sit there and say, but I must have rewatched that. Must have rewind that scene over 20 times. Oh, you know what? After I'm done with this review, I'm gonna sit there and rewatch that scene again. Um, yeah, the other stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I really. Oh, and Tracy got arrested. So Drew was the one. Drew lied to Mac and had Chase arrest her um, during the red carpet thing. So now she's being held, and that's when Tracy's like, "Oh, Drew set me up." But with that being said, because she can't sing, they're gonna have to sit there and pivot. Maxie can't be there because I don't know, one of her kids is sick or something. So anyway, they're gonna sit there and pivot. Blah 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 blah. I think that's pretty much the rest of the episode. Oh, also Isaiah, which I didn't say yesterday, but Isaiah overheard Portia, not the whole secret, but Cynthia saying, if he finds out that I've been lying to him, he's gonna leave me. He doesn't say what it is when he confronts Portia. He's just like, listen, if you need to talk, I'm here. Also, he had this very awkward interaction with, Jordan, or around Jordan Smith saying, yeah, I came here, I'm single. I'm very single. Okay, Isaiah, we get it. You're mad. I don't think there's no definition of very single. Just single. Like, it seems so unnecessary to say, but whatever. Um. Anyway, like I said, I think that's actually about it. That's honestly, to tell you the truth, all I really want to come over here and talk about. There's other stuff that happened that I didn't really care for. Trina's there, Kai's there, some other people was there. They contribute to the episode. Maybe I don't know. I don't care. Also, just a bit of a heads up. Tomorrow seems like it's going to be good, or somewhat good. So as long as they have some like drama and stuff like that, I'll sit there and talk about it. The nurses ball, the performances. I'm not going to talk about that. Because I don't care. Um. Anyway, if I missed anything, let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I'm actually going to sit there and take a rest night. I was going to take one yesterday, but I mean, after seeing Nina whoop Carly's ass, okay? Like, yo, listen, I ain't. I was gonna sit there and say I ain't trying to be a dick, but I am. Y'all Carly fans need to sit there and hold that L, okay? Y'all can't sit there and try to be reviving history. We saw it happened. Carly lost. Nina won. Carly's not this badass that she loves to sit there and claim, and I took very, very great pleasure in watching that. And it's still on my DVR. And it's going to stay on my DVR for a very, very, very long time until it just erases itself. Anyway, if I miss anything, because I'm sure I did, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.